And we want to dig deeper now on this big news about Britney Spears. So we're going to bring in now family law attorney Christopher Melcher of Walzer Melcher. He represents celebrities like Kanye West, many others. Christopher, thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me, Trevor.
Of course. So we heard in Kaylee's reporting there were no objections in court today to ending this conservatorship after what has been a lengthy battle. Does the fact that this went through smoothly today surprise you at this point?
Well, no, as Kaylee mentioned, that there were fights earlier on about the conditions that this would end on. And that's what was happening earlier when Jamie Spears had petitioned the court to end the conservatorship. He wanted things done like the attorneys that were representing him paid and other transactions approved. But Matthew Rosengard, Britney's attorney, wouldn't agree to that, so he dropped that. And it was just a matter then of terminating it.
Britney Spears has been winning back her freedom sort of little by little, chipping away at it. This seems to be a watershed moment here. What changes after this ruling tonight?
Well, these rights are all restored now to her over her person. So things like where she could live, who she could see, what she could do, all these rights that she's almost 40 years old now are just magically restored to her. So that's a big thing, and it's got to be relieving to her. On the financial side, there's a couple paperwork things and some loose ends that need to be dealt with to basically transition all of that control that's been over her financially for so many years back to her for chosen managers, accountants, and attorneys. But I think the relief that she must be feeling is amazing to, as a 40-year-old or 39-year-old woman, to have back rights that we take for granted.
You know, of course, we see the friends and family of Britney Spears and Britney herself who are celebrating this ruling tonight. There is at least some reasoning behind the fact that conservatorships are so ironclad, especially out there in California. I'm wondering, in a general sense, do you see any potential risks at ending this conservatorship without additional mental evaluations?
Not in this particular one, because there was never a mental evaluation required to place it on her. The court never required any kind of doctor certification that she was incapacitated when it put this on her in February of 2008, so there was no reason for her to have one for it to end. The court even called it a voluntary conservatorship, which I don't really agree with based on how it happened. But there are other types of protective measures for people with mental illness. A probate conservatorship, which is the one here, is actually not used for that. This is for end-of-life situations, people with dementia, stuff like that. So people with mental health illness would usually get a different kind of state-imposed conservatorship, not the one that was put on her.
There's a lot of reasons this maybe didn't make sense to begin with, but I'm wondering, Christopher, do you think this conservatorship would have ever ended without this Free Britney movement?
No way. There were so many fans for years coming out here protesting with their pink signs, saying that this was an abusive conservatorship. Many people thought that they were just conspiracy theorists and that there was nothing to it. And many people didn't know exactly how Britney felt until she spoke on June 23. The amount of support and love that she's got from her fans has been enormous and put so much pressure on this that there really was nowhere to hide for her father, that he had to step down. And I do give credit to the Free Britney movement, and you could see once she got her chosen attorney, Matthew Rosengard, it was only a matter of months until the thing ended.
It took a long time, and then it happened very quickly. Christopher, last question for you. Britney Spears has repeatedly said there was some serious abuse in this arraignment. Do you think that Jamie Spears or anybody else here could face some liability?
Absolutely. There's a $48 million bond that was placed upon him as a condition of being a conservator, so that's still out there and provides protection for Britney. If she's able to prove these claims of financial abuse, there's $48 million there that she can recover from the bond company. There's also others, the business manager, TriStar, that she's made claims against for the surveillance operation and other payments that they received. So it's going to be an investigation into those allegations. There's certainly going to be civil liability if she chooses to pursue that and the court or jury agrees that they did something wrong. And we might also see some criminal case coming out of it, but so far no charges have been filed.
And given the attention this has received, that will certainly have a lot of people watching. Christopher Melcher, we appreciate your insights.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.